Nanatsu no Taizai, Seisen no Shirushi. This is I guess, continuation off of the original series. It's only 4 episodes.
And it was 7 Deadly Sins?
Yep, 7 Deadly
Okay,
Sins.
Cool. Okay,
And it's only 4 episodes. But it's kind of like a little short, little story. I think when they finished it, they knew they left a lot left unsaid about the whole thing. And I think because of that, they're like, you know what, let's just add a few more just so you know how things are at least closing up. Because, like, one of the first, well, not the first, I think it's happened in the 2nd episode. But, like, you remember how, like, I know Big D's watched this, right? You watched the whole thing, right?
Yeah, we've seen the...
Okay, everyone's seen.
Yeah.
You remember how, I can't remember his name. The dude in the red suit. How he had
Greed. We'll just call him Greed.
Yeah, how he had the thing with the captain, where the captain said, after all this is over with, we'll settle.
Yeah.
Because they were going to fight to the death. Well, that actually takes place. They actually do something. They're like, okay, this is going to happen now. I mean, they do something else with that, but it's like all these kind of loose ends that they had left hanging. They're like, okay, we're going to kind of finish this up. They still leave it loose and end. Don't get me wrong. They don't like completely tie everything up more or less, but there's still a few odds and ends. But it's nice. And it's, even though it's really short and it leaves you wanting more, obviously, because I think it's a really wonderful world. And I think it's great what they did with it. And I can't wait to actually see a full season, 2nd season to that. It's nice to be able to go back to it and at least kind of experience that as it is. I mean, even like the 1st episode, it's nothing overly dramatic or serious. I can't remember how it came up, but like the captain scared the little pig. He scared bad enough to where he actually ran away. And then all of a sudden the princess gets worried and she's like, we need to go find him. So the captain's like, all right, let's make it a game. Whoever finds him first and brings him back here gets 1 request from me. Whoever actually grabs him and brings him back here. And then it became like a hunt to go and find him. And you see everyone like trying to like attack each other because they want to be the one to get the request from the captain and whatnot. And, you know, it's like, it's fun little silly things. And yeah, like the fight was kind of a little bit more serious. But even that was kind of fun and silly because they kind of made it into a spectator thing. They made it into like a, you know, like how they had was it the world's strongest competition kind of thing?
Yeah, that tournament because they were for the prize that was Diane's hammer or whatever.
Yeah. They kind of made it into that. And like Merlin came out and gave them like their own personal bubble space, so that way they could go crazy without having to worry about like destroying absolutely everything. She's like, here you go, you can fight in here. That way we can watch, and then you're not gonna like kill everything in like the and the world around you kind of thing. But I mean, it's nice. Again, I enjoyed it. I wish there was more of it, but it was nice to revisit. You know, it's kind of like opening up a book again for the 2nd time that you've already read through. You're like, oh, we're just revisiting old friends and same world and seeing how things are going, how things are doing, and whatnot. So, but yeah, anyone who's ever enjoyed, if you enjoyed that series, go watch it. It's only 4 episodes, ain't gonna take you that long, and it's really fun. So,
I didn't even know they released those 4 episodes.
Oh yeah, because they didn't release it like right away. I think it ended like. They didn't like start it at the beginning of the season. They waited till like the middle of the season and then started releasing episodes. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Check it out. Let's check that one out.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Cool.
I especially like to be able to see Merlin a little bit more because in the end of the series, you didn't really get to see much of her and what she can do and how she does things. And then to actually see kind of her work a little bit more, you're like, oh, that's cool. I mean, because you get the name Merlin, and you kind of have a lot of connotation with that as far as expectations and whatnot. So,
I want to see more Greed. I think Greed is definitely my favorite character in that whole series. I mean, I like little dude. I forgot his name.
The captain.
Yeah, the captain. He's funny, but I think that the character that I like the most is definitely Greed because he seems more. I guess from what they've shown, it seems like he has more of a story. I mean, granted, they haven't really said much about the captain, but
Yeah.
I like the way that they went with his story.
I don't. There's a lot of things that they kind of talk about more, and I don't want to give a lot of it away. I want you all to be able to experience a lot of that. But just rest assured, it is definitely worth it. I still say I like the captain probably the best. I do like Greed. He just can kind of be kind of an ass sometimes.
I think that's why I like
that's
him.
why he likes him.
I mean, but it's like even from the very first the season that they had of it, you see that the personality between them, and I mean the introduction of Greed was just absolutely hilarious in the very beginning, and then when the captain and Greed first met, that was just absolutely hilarious. I like that jovial and just over the top tone that they take, and they continue throughout everything that they do. Everything is just so over the top, and it just makes it that much funnier and that better. So
the running joke with the clothes, where he keeps losing clothes, and he keeps having to find new clothes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Everybody is adoring him, and it seems like he can do no wrong, even though he has this internal struggle where, oh my god, I didn't do this right, I didn't do that right, everybody hates me because of this and that, and meanwhile everybody else is like praising him and just they love him. So I love that little comic relief when internally he's just freaking out about making a little mistake, and everybody is just like, oh, he's so glorious, he's so wonderful. I loved it.
I kind of thought I would enjoy this one. It seemed very whimsical at first and kind of interesting because it blended sort of a fantasy with a postmodern kind of feel to it, because you have people running around with like guns and sabers. And then you also have like these little creatures that like soul companions that they have, which kind of added that fantasy kind of feel to it.